Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to the Diddy list. So this is the supposed list of people, celebrities, who went to the freak-off parties and either participated or whether they left or not or whatever. So this is the list of people who could potentially be in trouble because of Diddy now. And you know, it's well known now that every year he threw these massive parties that loads of A-list celebrities went to. But whether they partook in the illegal activity or not is sort of the main question, because it's not illegal to go to a party, but I suppose it's illegal to, you know, the crimes that he's been charged with, whether it's racketeering, you know, things with minors, that sort of stuff. Like, that's what's really going to get people in trouble. And yeah, like, there's not been a lot of talk about the names. Like, allegedly, Ashton Kutcher could be on this list. Allegedly, Kevin Hart. There's many people that could be on this list, but it's as of yet not been leaked. But I'm expecting it to be leaked anytime, maybe even in this video, to be fair.
Making a list, he's checking it twice. If you've been naughty with Diddy, it's time to lawyer up, because things are about to explode. A list of Sean Diddy Combs' alleged accomplices are about to be named in a massive new wave of lawsuits. And we hear these are big names you'll recognize. But that's not the most shocking part. Diddy is now facing stunning accusations of running a child abuse audition network with over 120 victims targeted, including a 9-year-old. This scandal is about to shake.
Yeah, he's done. He is done, man. He's never getting out. Even if he gives up the big names, he's not getting out. He's still going to do time.
Everything up. Let's recap. Another day, another 120 people coming for Diddy. Yep, there's an 800 number hotline for alleged victims, and in just 10 days, over 3,000 complaints came flooding in. The lawyers have narrowed it down to 120 they can back up, and you know that's just the beginning. Makes you wonder, how did Diddy even have time to run his empire? According to the lawyer, half of the plaintiffs are men, and most of the alleged abuse went down at parties and auditions across New York, Cali, Georgia, and Florida. Talk about taking the casting couch to a whole new level. Here's how it all went down.
I just don't get, what is it with celebrities and when they get rich, like a next level of depravity comes out. Like, and Hollywood, like so much of this stuff seems to happen in Hollywood. What's going on over there? Maybe we should call it Holly Weird.
Picture this, you're a hot young talent trying to break into the music scene, and then bam, you score an invite to Diddy's famous white party, or maybe a holiday bash at his hotel, or even an audition. But hold up, when you show up, it turns out you're the entertainment and they're not interested in your vocal skills. Allegedly, the night kicks off with, how'd you like to be a star? And ends with a nurse telling you you've been drugged and violated. According to the lawyers, more than 55% of the victims filed reports with the police or hospitals. Some who got checked out were found with drugs like ketamine in their system. This is getting darker by the minute.
Man, ketamine, that's like a sedative. That like sort of knocks you out, doesn't it? Makes you really sleepy. I think they use it in anesthesia and things like that. Why would you be giving people that, you know?
The accusations of abuse and exploitation go all the way back to 1991, with the youngest alleged victim being just 9 years old.
Crazy.
Yeah, you heard that right. But it doesn't stop there. 25 accusers say they were way too young to be involved at the time, including 2 who were 14 and 15 when it all went down. Speaking of former child stars, let's talk about Justin Bieber.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours?
Just weird.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy.
This is so weird.
They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
It's just so bizarre. Why would you, Diddy, you're like 40 at this point, want to be hanging out with teenage Justin Bieber? Like, it's just weird.
But, it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
I can't even look at it.
I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna.
It's so awkward. It's so weird.
Buck full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Justin, Usher, you guys good? Because we know you've seen some wild stuff. Remember when Usher spilled the tea to Howard Stern?
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In
to...
the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks.
He said he witnessed some seriously curious things, and he was only 14 at the time.
What
Like
a
living-
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you...
Where were his parents at? Like, why did if imagine your kid came up to you, you're 14-year-old, I'm gonna go live with this random pop star that has no family connection to us. I don't know what I'm gonna see there, but I'm gonna be there for a whole year. Do you mind? My mum would be like, "Are you crazy? Are you crazy?"
Do you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
What was really going down back then? If you're just catching up, one of the not-so-PG events at Diddy's house were the infamous freak-offs. And if you haven't already, you need to check out our recap of the charges against Diddy, where we break down these wild orgies. Basically, a freak-off is allegedly a massive, drug-fueled sex fest involving professionals interacting with Diddy's inner circle. And these parties apparently went on for days. By the end of it, people were getting hooked up to IVs by medical teams. And here's where it gets even crazier. It's not just Diddy in the hot seat. According to the lawyers, the names we're about to drop if...
Yeah, because Jennifer Lopez, wasn't she married to Diddy at one point? Like, anybody who was married to him has definitely seen some things. Like, they've seen some things. Like, but nobody's talking. Like, who's going to be the first one to talk?
corroborated are names that will shock you. We're talking about not just those who watched and did nothing, but the people who allegedly participated and encouraged it. And if the rumors are true, it won't be long before we all know who they are. But here's where it gets even messier. Diddy and his crew are also being accused of threatening victims to keep their mouths shut, reportedly handing out $10,000 in hush money payments to make the problem disappear. But guess what? One very important person refused to stay silent. Enter Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former longtime girlfriend and alleged victim. She blew the doors wide open on this whole scandal with the first lawsuit dropping the bomb in November 2023. Cassie's claims set the stage for all the lawsuits we're seeing now. And to be extra clear, these freak-offs are not groups of people having consensual relations.
But didn't Diddy pay her off? Like, I'm sure she got paid for like some kind of silence or anything like that. But yeah, definitely this coming to light put him in trouble. He should have paid her before. Obviously, not that I want that to happen or wanted that to happen, but why did he let this go public if he was going to pay her anyway? Because I'm sure he paid her like 20 or 40 million dollars or something like that.
No, it's allegedly much more violent than that. We're talking about people allegedly, some of them minors, being dosed up to the point where they can't consent to anything. And if the accusations are true,
Wild.
the scene was sometimes violent. Sounds like a sexy good time, was definitely not had by all. Fast forward to 2024 and things take an even wilder turn. Federal agents raid Diddy's properties in LA and Miami, and let's just say they didn't leave empty-handed. Among the things seized, loads of X-rated recordings and thousands of bottles of lube. But hold up, it might not be what you think. New theories are swirling, and sources are now saying that some of those bottles might not even be lube. Instead, they could be filled with GHB, aka liquid ecstasy. It's a clear liquid.
It's just getting crazier and crazier, man. This guy, Diddy, like, he can't have been working. He had to have, like, people running the business for him. Like, what were you doing, like professionally? Like, he probably, yeah, he wasn't running the business anymore.
Liquid that looks just like water, and except for a salty taste, it's almost flavorless, making it super dangerous in the wrong hands. This twist just took the whole thing to a new level of scandal. You've got to give it to Diddy's lawyer for thinking fast, though. He claimed there's a real story behind all those bottles. Diddy just bought baby oil in bulk from Costco because, you know, like everyone else in America, he shops in bulk. But Costco wasn't having it. They came out quick with a no way, man, and shut that down, saying, we don't sell baby oil by the pallet. Leave us out of this mess. But that still leaves us with the big question, what were those 1,000 bottles really for? Whatever it was, it's adding up to a lot of evidence of something sketchy. Of course, we've got to...
But again, it's not illegal to own 1,000 bottles of baby oil. This is it. Like that's not illegal. It's weird, but it's not illegal.
Diddy is denying all the accusations, every single one. And with hundreds of allegations coming at him, he's doing a lot of denying from his Brooklyn jail cell, where he's been sitting since his arrest on September 16th, 2024. And trust me, the charges against him are mind-blowing. We're talking sex trafficking, blackmail, violent assaults, arson, kidnapping, forced labor, transporting people for prostitution, dealing narcotics, and to top it all off, they slapped him with a RICO charge. Yep, that's the same charge they hit mob bosses with. So, what does that mean? Well, if you were even remotely involved in this criminal circus, whether you were cleaning up a freak-off, scoring the drugs, booking the sex workers, or jetting people across state lines, you're now part of his criminal enterprise, aka COMBS Enterprises. And if Diddy gets hit with a guilty verdict, his whole empire could come crashing down, and one of the biggest names in the game will be done.
I think it also works both ways. If somebody else who works directly for him testifies that Diddy was doing illegal things, that's all they need, I think. I think it works both ways.
But here's the burning question. Who else is about to get dragged down with him? So, what do you think? Could this be the end of Diddy's empire, or is there a way he'll bounce back from all these insane charges? And who do you think is the next to get caught up in this scandal? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you like getting all...
Let's see if we can find a list. Let's see. So, hold on a second. Actually, no. Google.com. So let's see. Who participated in Diddy freak off parties? Reddit. Is there any? Let's find some names. I want some names. You know what? I probably better not do this for legal reasons. Man, yeah, he's done for. He's done for. I wonder, I'm sure the famous names that are on the list are probably threatening Diddy right now. They're saying, if you talk, we're going to make your life even worse. That's probably the only reason we've not heard from Diddy, in terms of names yet. Whether or not those names are coming, I'm not sure. It depends who they are. If we're talking just celebrities, like people that are actors or whatever, how does naming those, how does that reduce Diddy's time? For Diddy to get time off, which is probably what he's hoping for, it would need to be a name bigger than himself. So we're talking, who has a bigger celebrity profile than Diddy? I mean, I can think of one for sure, and this is somebody that's been on a previous video that I've did. They're in politics. Apparently, they called Diddy a good friend. But whether they, participated in the illegal stuff, in the freak-offs, nobody knows. But the thing is that would be dangerous. If Diddy was to name that person, that would be super dangerous for Diddy. It'd be really, really dangerous. So maybe that's why we've not heard these names yet. But I'm sure, I reckon we'll hear something soon. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoy my videos, please help me out by liking and subscribing.